Hi there, my name's Brent Clayton and I'm conducting a review and an experiment on the Wim Hof method. So if you're new to Wim Hof or you've just discovered the Wim Hof method, or like me, your friends started doing something with it and that's how you got exposed to it, I'm going to run through and give you an objective account of my experience along the way so that you can be informed on how I found it and, you know, how I'm feeling at each step through the process. So the first thing I want to cover is how I came across Wim Hof, and it was just through some friends telling me about it, and it sounded pretty crazy at the time. Thought it might be something in it, but not going to join in at this point in time because I'm like more of a hands-on guy. So when he came to the city and put on the Wim Hof experience, I'm like, how about we just get a ticket and go do that? Essentially, I think it was like $250 or something like that. And my experience with it was a really simple day. It probably could have been done in an hour, but if you're an enthusiast or you wanted to meet the guy or ask him a question, then definitely worthwhile going. Otherwise, as far as like I was concerned, I was just wanted to go there and learn what it was about and the components of it. So, and the components are the breathing technique, the cold exposure, and stretching or commitment, basically. So. As far as attending that, like, it was good to get exposure to it, but unless you really, really want to meet the guy himself or ask him a question, it was a pretty drawn-out process to learn a pretty simple, experience or whatever. But after that, they then offer you, there's a 10-week video course, and you can also go and do a couple of different things with him. At this point in time, I would imagine that will drop off as time goes on, just because like all of his expeditions and stuff are sold out currently. So you can do the Wim Hof experience, which is the one that I just did. So it's just half a day. It just sort of talks a little bit about his experience. They then take you through the breathing, then they chuck you in an ice bath for 2 minutes, Q&A, and off you pop. I've just signed up for the fundamental video course and the 10-week thing. So I'll be documenting that as I go along. Also put in videos of different experiences as I go so that you can have an objective look at something before you do it or engage in it. And, I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything like that, so it's going to be really specific and I don't talk shit too much, so it should be nice and easy to follow along. So at this point, I'm optimistic that there is something in the method, so that's really good. But I'll report after each week of the experiment and let you know how I'm tracking and what I'm thinking. So, and that will continue throughout each of the products that I use. And if I can get on one of the expeditions and that as well, I will fill you in on that as well. So I'm Brent Clayton. This is Brent Clayton Reviews. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them below the video and we can continue the convo down there. If you want to keep up to date with that, just subscribe to my channel here and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.